What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to JY's Adventures. In this video we got Why You Wouldn't Survive the Purge by Strange Thoughts. Strange Thoughts in the building, man. This video popped up in my recommended, and I've seen the first Purge movie. I've seen a couple of the Purge movies, and I was like, oh bro, I gotta check this out on the channel, man. Never watched the channel before, so I'm hoping it's a banger, you know what I'm saying? Link to the original video is down in the description. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and be sure to watch until the end, guys. Without any further ado, let's go.
The Purge is a story about a young couple trying to rekindle their love in the middle of a government-sanctioned killing spree. Liz is a...
Oh, this is the newest Purge movie. Okay, this isn't about the first one. This is probably one of the newer ones. Okay.
Trying to rekindle their love in the middle of a government-sanctioned killing spree. Liz is a small-town girl who moved to LA to make it big as an actress. Shane moved to the city to take over the family funeral parlor. When their love runs dry, only the threat of imminent death can bring them back together. Watch as they overcome mass psychos,
talk about
government death
spontaneous
squads, and
relationship.
wealthy purgers in the quest to find the love they lost not so long ago. With the help of a grieving ex-police sergeant, waitress, and her annoying daughter, they fight for their love and their lives in a not-so-distant future where the government has legalized all crime one night of the year in an effort to kill the poor and save money. If you were thrust into this classic romantic tale, do you think you'd make it? Do you think you'd be able to survive 12 hours of unrestricted murder? You? Well, you're wrong, and I'm here to tell you why.
Tell me why. I think I could survive it.
Reasons you wouldn't survive.
I think I could survive it.
However, before I start berating you for all the mistakes you'd make in a Purge-like scenario, hit the like or subscribe button, as it really helps me make more of these videos.
I already did it, fam.
Now, because by the end of this analysis, we're not going to be friends. Now, the Hollywood community of armchair survival experts has been busy creating videos on how to beat the Purge. There are at least 5 channels that have covered this topic with some ideas that are actually pretty good. However, all this positivity has caused an imbalance in the force. I'm here to restore this balance, explaining why even with their ideas, you wouldn't survive. To do this, I'll break down 3 how to beat ideas that wouldn't work and include them in my list. I don't want to do it, but I feel obligated. I'm like the yin to their yang.
To the yang.
Start with the most obvious reason you
I like his script already.
Like the main character Eva, you didn't leave town. It is the one night of the year all crime is legal, and you decide to kick it in the second largest city of the United States. If you're a purger, I get it. You need to unleash the beast, cleanse the soul, excise the demons. But if you have no intentions of purging, you should have been long gone by the day of the purge.
You should have been out of the city.
Mexico is hours away, and I'm sure Sandals Resorts has some sweet anti-purge packages.
Just take a hotel trip.
Take a quick flight to Canada. Don't have time for either?
Or come to the Caribbean.
Grab a gun, a few granola bars, and head to one of the several nearby national and state parks to find a good hiding spot. The worst thing you can do is stay put in the second largest city of the United States.
In the
like
US.
Eva, you had a year to save money and make preparations for a vacation.
For the Purge.
But you decided to stay in Murder Town, USA. Reason 2, you have a shit job. Eva is finishing up her shift in an LA diner. This specific diner is open right up until 2 hours before the Purge commences. Talk about a shitty job.
What?
Why would this diner be open so late in the first place? It is hard to believe there's much business outside of some purgers who want a full belly before starting their murder spree. Even if her employer was open, how could she not get the day off? She had a year to find a job that provided this flexibility. Indeed has a filter just for this specific attribute. There is no excuse for working the day of the Purge. If you don't have the initiative to look for a job at an employer closed on Purge Day, you're not going to survive. 3, a lack of focus. Liz and Shane are a troubled couple on their way to pick up some last-minute supplies for the Purge. The relationship is falling apart, and the tension between the two is palpable.
You okay?
Fine.
You sure?
You don't need to keep asking me.
Now, we've all been through tough times in relationships, so this would be understandable if not for the fact that they are 2 hours away from being in the middle of a murder zone. They should be focused on one thing, and that is surviving
getting out and surviving.
Instead, Shane is swiping through old pictures of the couple when he should be watching how to beat videos for last-minute survival tips. Is the relationship really bad enough they can't put it aside for a day? If it is that bad, I actually have some good news for them. After tonight's purge, the relationship issues will disappear because they'll both be dead due to a lack of focus on what really matters. A lack of focus on the purge,
Priorities,
due to
y'all.
relationship issues or any other problem is reason number 3 why you wouldn't survive.
I feel like I
Reason
say that a
4,
lot on the channel.
Creepy stalkers.
Oh,
on her way home
no.
from the diner, Eva runs into her landlord.
What's up, girl? How you doing?
I always wondered what happened to Hector after the events of Fast and the Furious. I guess he ended up as Eva's creepy landlord. What a shame. Back when he was on the Naira racing circuit, he was surrounded by babes.
Funny enough, guys, y'all might not believe me or not. It's up to y'all. But that Hector guy, the actor, I was in on a video shoot, and he was one of the people there at the video shoot in Cali.
Now he's just harassing tenants and not brushing his teeth. Hector is just one of a handful of creepers who want to take advantage of Eva during tonight's purge. His booze-fueled harassment should put an exclamation point on the need to prepare for a break-in tonight. She should take this as an immediate threat and act accordingly. Instead, she goes back to argue with her dad about taking his medication. Not taking creepy stalker threats seriously is a great way to end up in a dead meat video. Procrastination. The troubled couple finally make it to the store for some last-minute groceries.
They're
And
putting
they're not
everything
alone.
off.
The store is packed with fellow procrastinators as well as some
It's like
unlucky
Black
clerks who
Friday,
better be
y'all.
getting hazard pay. Liz and Shane waited just hours before the purge to get
To get
groceries.
supplies.
Can they not wait until tomorrow to go grocery shopping? Yes, they may get a little hungry, but at least they won't risk the purge beginning before they make it home. On their way out, they run into a gang of creepy masked purgers. This is what happens when you're forced to park in the back of a Walmart lot due to your procrastination on Purge Day. A guy dressed more for Dia de los Muertos than the Purge bumps into Shane and stares them down. They proceed to have a staring contest with this guy and his mask killer friends until Shane loses and they decide to leave. Making a last-minute run to the grocery store for Hot Pockets is reason number 5 why you wouldn't make it. A lack of resolve.
Lack of
We are introduced
resolve.
to the film's hero, the sergeant, at his house. Here we learn of his intentions to kill the man who ran over his kid while drunk. Apparently,
Oh.
the man got off due to a technicality and the sergeant is planning to take justice into his own hands.
The judicial
While
system,
he puts on a
bruh.
good show drawing his
Always
weapon on
messing
the
up.
bedroom dresser, I seriously question this guy's resolve. Everyone knows a murder success rate is directly proportional to the amount of pinned up photographs and newspaper clippings of their target. The sergeant's living room should be covered in pictures of the drunk driver. His measly collection of a few photographs and newspaper cutouts makes it clear he isn't sure about killing the man. Going out to
Okay.
purge with a lack of resolve will get you
He's
distracted
unsure.
and probably killed.
Killed.
Pre-purge kills. After Eva's run-in with Hector, you would think she would have immediately locked up and grabbed her gun. Instead, she decides to take a shower.
shower.
Really?
Ugh.
She can't wait to do it until after she's ensured her apartment is safe?
Safe?
At this point, it's minutes before the purge commences. Does she really want to go down to the wire on this? What if Hector decides to sneak in a few
Just to
minutes
pull
before
up
the
on
purge
her?
and kill her quietly? How is anyone gonna know it didn't happen during regulation play? It's not like the medical examiner is going to determine the time of death for every corpse delivered to the morgue. You should anticipate pre-purge kills and lock up as early as possible.
quickly
If
as
you
possible.
don't, someone like Hector is going to cheat the game and your loss will cost you your life.
You lock up. It's Purge Day, and it starts at 7 p.m. You already locked up at 6 a.m. and you just stay inside for those 2 days, bruh. Come on, fam.
Hoverboard. Like Hector is going to cheat the game and your loss will cost you your life. Hoverboard fails.
Hoverboard
Shane and
fails.
Liz are on their way back from the store. While Shane's encounter with Mr. Dia de los Muertos brought his attention back to the dangers of the purge, Liz remains focused on their failing relationship.
Jeez, that guy freaked me out.
I thought we decided it was was irreversible.
Can she not wait to discuss this until they get home? Moments ago, she was threatened by mass killers. One
And now
would
she's
think
talking
would
about the
shut up and
relationship.
not distract the driver. It takes their car stalling in the middle of downtown for her to finally focus on the purge. They discover one of the masked thugs from earlier sabotaged their car. Liz
Oh,
and Shane
no.
frantically call everyone they know for a ride, but no one
Nobody's
is willing to pick
helping.
them up. Not
Oh,
friends,
no.
not even family. They could Uber, but those Purge Day surge charges are murder.
Really
When the masked thugs
expensive.
show up, it appears they are doomed. However, YouTuber Cinema Summary brings up an idea for just how to beat such a situation.
Hey,
This is
the
the
boy
first
Cinema
how to
Summary.
beat idea we'll break down in our analysis.
Okay.
If my life was in danger every year, I would plan ahead and make sure I had hoverboards in the car at all times. If they live 15 miles away, they can make it home in under an hour.
The thought of these two redlining their hoverboards with masked thugs in pursuit makes me laugh. They just don't seem like the type who can pull off a high-speed hoverboard escape. It's more likely they'd lose their balance and crack their head open on the curb. If they were hoverboard competent, the creepy masked dudes on motorcycles would
We'll catch
probably
up to
be
'em.
able to keep up. Thinking you can hoverboard your way to safety for mass murders on dirt bikes is another reason why you wouldn't make it. The door swings the other way, dummy. Eva and Callie finally activate their defenses. A locked door with a steel wire partition barricaded by two pieces of wood. Really? That's it? No superheated doorknobs, blowtorch booby traps, or swinging paint cans?
Home
It's
Alone.
the Purge. People are out to kill. Kevin McAllister mounted a better defense against the wet bandits, and he had less than 24 hours. They had
Than
an
the people of the
entire year.
Purge.
The question is, would someone like Hector be able to get through that door? At first glance, it looks pretty secure. There are a couple significant problems, though. Let's review the tape to get a closer look. We'll pause it right here. Do you see
Alright.
the problem? There are no hinges on the inside of the door. They're located on the outside. This means the door opens outwards towards the hallway. Those sturdy looking pieces of lumber would be a helpful barricade if the door swung inwards, but do nothing when
doesn't
it swings the
swung
other way.
in.
The second problem is that the attacker
That's
is the
a fail.
superintendent. This gives him two advantages. First, he probably has a key to unlock the door. Second,
more than
his
likely.
easy access to Eva's apartment means he's probably seen how her defenses are set up, including where the wire mesh is attached to the door frame. Some quick shotgun blasts of the screws fastening the mesh would allow him to pry open the last layer of defense and gain access to the apartment. If Eva had spent more than 15 minutes researching home defense, she would have realized a $100 outswing door bar is exactly what she needs to prevent someone from opening the door, even if
$100
they have
for that?
access to a lock. This
Ooh.
and a few other hacks would have improved her security many times over, but she didn't, and we'll
Nice.
soon see what this means for her and Callie. If you put
Uh-oh.
less effort into security than an 8-year-old home alone on Christmas,
What the French call les incompétents.
reason number 10, you brought a
Incompetent.
machete to a gunfight. The Purge
Incompetent.
begins and all types of characters come out of the woodwork. Some work in teams while others go solo. The weapons employed
That's what I'm saying. I would survive because my idea is to work in a team, bruh. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'd take anybody out. I'd probably let my teammates do the taking out people, but I would be in the team like, yeah, purge.
characters come out of the woodwork. Some work in teams, while others go solo. The weapons employed by each purger vary as much as the personalities that wield them. Some wisely choose the high ground and sniper rifles. Others not so wisely choose visibility limiting masks and machetes. While the machete does rank high on the intimidation factor, its limited range of several feet does give it a slight
You gonna lose to
disadvantage
guns.
high-powered rifles. This just
You gonna
goes to
lose
show us that
instantly.
the Purge cleanses both the soul and the stupid. Anyone who chooses the creepy mask machete combo will not survive the night.
That's
Bert
an L.
here is gonna guarantee it.
Oh, we sniping them. Sniper, get down!
Number 11. You're too good for the dumpster. Somehow, Liz and Shane are able to escape the creepy mask gang without the use of hoverboards.
Okay,
they start
nice.
looking for places to hide and come across a dumpster. Just
And they
as
don't
Liz
go
is
in the
about to hop
dumpster?
in, she sees a dead body. The dead guy in the dumpster is actually a good thing. Hiding
Because-
under a body would
Because it makes you look like you're dead as well. You know, before Strange Thoughts gets to finish. I keep saying thoughts.
The dead guy in the dumpster is actually a good thing. Hiding
Yeah.
under a body would ensure that even if someone came snooping around, they wouldn't find you. Instead, the couple freak out and run by not one, not two, but 3 body-free dumpsters. Your
Man.
unwillingness to lose the creepy mask gang by getting a little trashy would significantly increase your chances of dying. You left the lights on. After putting up their completely ineffective barricade, Eva and Callie start cooking dinner. You would think it's just another night at the Sanchez household. Lights are on, and the smell of a delicious meal is making its way into the hallway.
That's
At
gonna
this
attract
point, you might as
someone.
well turn up some Jack Johnson and crack open a window. Is Eva that surprised when a roaming death squad singles out her apartment instead of the smart neighbors who are hiding in a dark closet with their finger on the trigger? Eva and Callie's high-profile stir-fry Saturday is a blanket invitation to all purgers hungry for their first kill of the night. The only
Man.
question at this point is
What do
who's
these
gonna
people
get
be
to them
thinking, bro?
first, Hector or the approaching soldiers? Number 13. You're no Indiana Jones.
What do you
As
mean
Eva
by
and
this?
Callie are watching the soldiers enter their building, Hector
Yeah.
breaks into their apartment.
Oh.
Gosh, it would really be nice to have a gun right now. Where do we put it? Oh, we left it on the kitchen table. Darn it! How to Beat experts,
Why
Cinema
not just
Summary
keep it
and
on
Binge
you?
Express both stress the need for you to have multiple weapons to avoid such a scenario. Both YouTubers provide a list of low-cost alternatives to expensive firearms you can hide throughout your home. Here's
Right.
one such alternative described by Cinema Summary.
I would make sure I had a tactical whip. These things f***ing hurt. Even a light swing can bring a man to tears, and it requires 0 skill or strength to inflict maximum damage.
I've got a better idea. How about you shell out a few more dollars for an actual whip, Indiana Jones? At least you'd have a little more range. Funny enough, it's Indiana Jones himself that shows us a weapon like this, while intimidating, does not work well against someone with a gun.
I remember the scene.
I've got a feeling Eva isn't going to feel too empowered with her 2.5 feet of limp rope when she hears Hector shooting through her barricade with a 12-gauge
shotgun.
Anything
Come
other than
on.
a gun, and you're not going to make it through the Purge of 23. Reason 14. Uncle Sam wants to play.
Uncle
Just
Sam.
as Hector is about to have his way with Eva, Uncle Sam shows up. Last year's Purge numbers were piss poor, and the government felt the effect. With not enough poor people slaughtered, the cost of this year's financial aid increased dramatically. The whole point of the Purge is to reduce the poor, saving the government billions in economic aid. The theory of trickle-down deathonomics is not working. This year, the government is going to inject some hollow-pointed stimulus directly into LA's projects. Might as well cut out the
whoa.
middleman. They light up Hector with submachine guns that
America. And the Purge is basically Thanos without the randomness. You know what I'm saying? Thanos was like, I'm gonna kill half the populations of the was it the universe? But he gonna do it at random. It could be rich, it could be poor, it could be in between, bruh. This is just poor people gotta go. That's tough.
projects. Might as well cut out the middleman. They light up Hector with submachine guns that sound like something out of Star Wars. These Chris
Bodied.
Vector submachine guns are badass. Unfortunately, the futuristic sound they make in the film is not even remotely accurate. It should come as no surprise that producer Michael Bay doctored the sound of the guns. This is how they actually sound.
That's still pretty cool though.
Regardless,
That's still pretty cool.
Hector gets wrecked. No more Fast and the Furious
R.I.P.
spin-offs
Hector.
for this guy. If Uncle Sam decides to throw his hat in the ring and you get stuck on the crossfire, you're not going to make it. The soldiers report down to their boss they captured the residence.
Let's bring these
Okay.
2 downstairs.
Big Daddy, we have 2 for your personal purge. Bringing them
Personal
down
Purge.
Big Daddy? That's a weird code name. Either I'm missing something or this is one kinky group of soldiers and I don't want to know what goes on in the back of that semi-truck. Reason 15. You're a decent human being.
You're
The
actually
sergeant,
nice.
Whose resolve I questioned earlier in this analysis comes across Eva and Callie being dragged out to the semi-truck. If he was a dedicated murderer, he would have driven right past
Just
this struggle.
blew by
Jeffrey
him.
Dahmer, the Zodiac Killer, and Ted Bundy would have all kept their eye on the prize. Instead, his human decency gets the best of him and he decides to save them.
Try to
Now,
help.
helping innocents is not a good idea in the first place. They're gonna slow you down and probably get you killed. However, the larger danger is that they are actually purgers themselves. The sergeant doesn't know why they're being hauled into the truck. They could be a mother-daughter team.
That's
who are
none of
out
his
purging
business.
Before being captured by the soldiers.
That's none of his
Instead of
business,
logically
y'all.
thinking through these dangers, the sergeant harnesses his inner John Wick and attacks the soldiers. His gun fu proves too much for Big Daddy and the boys, allowing him to rescue Eva and Callie. If George R.R. Martin had written this classic, Eva and Callie would have slit the sergeant's throat right after he saved him.
Oh no! Oh shit! Oh! Oh, really?
Picking up strays during the purge is a good way to get yourself killed. While the sergeant was out saving Eva and Callie, Liz and Shane found his unlocked car and took cover. Upon returning with Eva and Callie, he yells at Liz and Shane to leave, but they won't budge. The sergeant has no other choice but to turn on the Uber app and charge them surge pricing. He drives away right as Big Daddy rises from the dead and mans the minigun. While they're able to get away, the minigun's armor-piercing rounds make Swiss cheese of the engine block and they come to a stop in an alley. The sergeant, who has done his good deed for the day, prepares to bid them farewell. He's got some killing to do. As he gets ready to part ways, his entitled passengers balk at his abandonment.
I should never gotten involved. It's none of my business.
Okay, but you did, so it is your business now, all right? So what are we all going to do?
Just giving us guns? Won't slow
Wait,
you
so
down.
you're really just gonna leave us here?
Jeez, you ungrateful little fucks. He saved your
He
lives
just saved
and
your
army.
lives.
What else do you expect him to
He
do?
gave you weapons
Give you a
too.
piggyback ride back to your house? How about
Right.
you just say thank you? Eva is desperate though and promises she can provide the sergeant with another car if he helps them get to their friend's house. This satisfies the sergeant and he leads them through downtown LA. On the way they come across a variety of bozos who have no business purging, like this lady here.
I am a one-woman fucking plague and you're all in my path!
I don't think she's gonna last very long. And this guy. What
You
was
pull up
that?
on him
This
without
guy's
a gun?
scream sounds like something out of Jurassic Park. While his war cry is terrifying, what follows is laughable. This guy doesn't even have a gun. At least the machete mask dude
the
had
Purge?
something. Was he expecting a bare knuckle brawl? Eventually, the crew make it
obviously.
to Eva's house where the party's just getting started. Wine is
Obviously,
flowing,
who'da got bodied.
appetizers are out, and people are popping pills. Nothing like getting hammered the one night of the year you want to have keen senses. Number 16. You're banging someone you shouldn't. As the
Wait,
film Herald
he went to
astutely
Smash?
called out, 50% of all murders are committed by those who know each other. The film reveals Eva's co-worker, Tanya, has been banging her sister's husband behind her back. The fact that Tanya is comfortable being around her sister on Purge night is hard to believe. It is obvious Tanya's sister Lorraine knows something is going on between her sister and husband. The tension can be cut with a knife. Passive-aggressive insults are lobbed back and forth until Lorraine snaps and
Had to be the cat fight. Had to be the cat fight.
passive-aggressive insults are lobbed back and forth until Lorraine snaps and shoots her cheating sister dead.
Pull up
right
with
in
the
front of their
strap.
parents.
It's Purge night, baby! It's Purge
Hosting
night,
a
baby!
purge party with your sibling and their significant other you've been banging is a bad
Oh,
move. Like Tanya, the party will end early due to you suffering from an acute case of lead poisoning. The gang is on the run again and are being tracked down by Big Daddy out for revenge. Just as they think they've escaped, they're captured by the creepy mask gang. These scoundrels sell them to the group of wealthy families who bid for the opportunity to hunt them down. Reason 17. The wealthy fight dirty. In the film, the wealthy hunters
Even
get
right
taken out by
now,
the sergeant,
okay?
who
Even right
clearly
now.
has superior tactical skills and marksmanship. Except this is not how it would go down. The perennial murder gala is only popular because year after year it is able to make rich white people feel like John McClane in Die Hard. The cards wouldn't be stacked against the sergeant. No. The cards would be shoved up places the sun doesn't shine. The sergeant and any other individual that could pose a threat would be tortured, beaten, and drugged to ensure Richie Rich and his friends get their
Always
purge on
win.
safely. Assuming
Always
you
win.
have even the smallest chance of surviving a group of wealthy murderers who bid to hunt you down is cute. It really is. However, in this fairy tale, the sergeant is able to save the entire group minus Shane. It is here that our story
Plot
of
device.
romance comes to an end. Just as Shane and Liz finally found their love again, a machine gun toting waiter takes it away. Will Liz ever find a love like Shane? I guess we'll just have to wait for the next Purge sequel to find out. Reason 18.
Love
you
lost.
fell asleep. Finally, the
You fell
Sergeant can go
asleep.
avenge his son. He brings Eva and Callie with him as he now feels responsible for ensuring they make it through the Purge. On the way to the drunk driver's house, they do their best to convince him not to kill the man, but their words fall on deaf ears. The sergeant's bloodlust has taken over. He enters
Revenge,
the house
y'all.
to find the drunk driver asleep? How in the world is this guy sleeping? Exactly a year
Purge?
ago, he drunkenly ran over a police sergeant's son. The legal system failed, and he got off free due to a technicality. It is almost guaranteed the police sergeant will try to kill him tonight.
He ain't strapped up in the, like, at his door with all the barricades. I'd have been like this at my door with all the barricades. And I would have, some kind of annoying music playing as loudly as possible. Put on some Logan Paul, bruh. Put on some Logan Paul music while we like this, waiting.
Free due to a technicality. It is almost guaranteed the police sergeant will try to kill him tonight for what he did. And he's sleeping? He must be
knocked
boozing
out
again, because the only way this guy fell asleep on Purge night is through an alcohol-induced coma. The sergeant pulls the man out of bed
He woke
and
him up.
prepares to take his vengeance. Right as he's about to kill him, the film cuts to outside the house where we see the sergeant walk out the front door. As the viewer is left questioning whether or not the sergeant killed the man,
him or
the
not.
sergeant is shot in the chest. It appears the government tracked him down. Big Daddy explains that the sergeant violated an unwritten rule of the Purge.
You're not supposed
punishable
to kill
by
the government.
death.
There's an unwritten Purge rule, Sergeant. Don't save lives.
After he finishes explaining the rules, he raises his gun to kill the sergeant. In a fortunate twist of fate, the drunk driver, who we now realize the sergeant spared, shoots Big Daddy in the
wow,
head.
he
Lucky
spared
for
him,
us,
luckily.
Big Daddy, who wore his hat and sunglasses
Oh, we
all
was
night long,
lucky.
takes them off in the morning sun so we can clearly see the money shot. Thank you, Big Daddy.
Headshot.
Reason 19. Take a number, the hospital is full.
Of
While
course
the
it
Sarge
is.
is safe for now, his bullet wounds are severe and they need to get him to the hospital. Eva and Callie yell at the drunk driver to get his car, completely forgetting the one they arrived in a few minutes ago. They drive to the hospital, which is not busy at all. I find this a little hard to believe. It's the morning after
Of the
Purge, a
Purge.
night dedicated to violence. Injured people are going to be lined up at the
They gonna
doors
be
like it's Black
stacked.
Friday at
That's
Best
what I'm
Buy.
saying,
That
Black
hospital
Friday.
is going to have a long line of
gonna
gunshot
be
victims,
packed.
bloody corpses, and grieving family members. The best the sergeant can hope for is a couple band-aids and some ibuprofen from a triage nurse focused on saving women and children. If you suffer a life-threatening injury during the Purge, you better get to the hospital early. Arrive too late and you're going to die waiting in line. Reason 20.
goodness.
You tried to beat the IRS. The last How to Beat idea we'll analyze comes from How to Beat Godfather, the film herald. In addition to providing an idea to survive the Purge, he tells us how to end it for good.
Doing your taxes. All crime is now legal, including lying on your tax return. Whatever you put on this form is legal. This means that you can maximize all those deductions and exemptions until your federal income tax is 0. But here's the best part. If everyone files fraudulent taxes during the Purge, then no federal income tax will be collected and the federal government won't have any money at all. The government would be forced to end the Purge.
Sounds great, right? You can hop in your PJs, fire up TurboTax, and engage in some white-collar crime while everyone else is out killing each other.
people.
Not so fast, Neil Caffrey. The government is bad at a lot of things, but getting their money is not one of them.
They gonna make sure they get their bag.
70,000 individuals whose sole purpose is to make sure the government gets its money. I get it. The Purge said all crime is legal. However, the movie also revealed there are unwritten rules to the Purge. Unfortunately for all you devious accountants, this is likely one of those rules. Think about it. The whole purpose behind the Purge is to save money. If the government is so intent on saving money that they authorize an entire day of killing, do you really think they're gonna let you get away with tax evasion?
They
Nah,
won't.
they're gonna find out what you did and you're gonna pay for it, literally and figuratively. This brings our
Exactly,
analysis to a close. Thanks to all the master how to beaters for providing me with some easy targets. All kidding aside, there's some great videos out there for ideas on how to survive this scenario if the new founding fathers ever do come into power. I've linked to their videos below. I hope you liked my glass half empty analysis of why you wouldn't survive the Purge. If you'd like me to expand on your inability to survive other horror movie scenarios, please consider subscribing as it helps me make more videos. Thanks for watching, and remember to live life to the fullest. If something like the Purge were to happen, you're not gonna make it.
Big facts. Big facts to close out the video, man. So on point with that quote he just made. This was great, man. Strange thoughts. Great reasons why we wouldn't survive the Purge, bruh. He gave us some great reasons why we'd probably get bopped as soon as it starts. But I really liked it, man. Let me know what y'all thought of the video down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of my reaction. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end of the video. And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.